So I made that viral video, Disney Artist Reviews CalArt Sketchbook, that got me from 60 subscribers to 6,000 subscribers in just under 2 weeks. Then after that, I made a video explaining to you that I had actually quit Disney years prior in order to pursue social media full time, and that video went viral too. Now, in that second video, I was very honest and I told you that this is not an art channel, this is a channel about an artist's life. But still, from that, a lot of you had some really good questions, and one thing about me, I can't leave a good question unanswered. So here, in order from most asked to most specific, are your burning questions about art, the animation industry, and creation in general. Number 1, most asked question: what's your webtoon? Apparently I forgot to say the name in the video. So it's called Eleanor and Devon. I linked it below. I also run a very popular animated series called Basil the Little Demon. So I'll link those below. That's my work. You can check it out. I have a lot more on Patreon too. Now, number 2. A lot of people wanted to know what sketchbook I'm using. Now, my CalArt sketchbook from that last video does not exist anymore. This is a sketchbook 8.5 by 11 hardbound that came in a 2-pack from a store called Aaron's Brothers. I got this sketchbook in 2014 and completed it and sent it in. In 2018, Aaron's Brothers was acquired by another store called Michael's. But I can't leave you like that. So I did extensive research and was able to find this one, the Dick Blick 8.5 by 11 hardbound sketchbook. Somebody told me that it looks like this sketchbook takes watercolor really well. It doesn't. This is not a good sketchbook, but that was the point. Back in the day, I filled up one a month, one every 2 months at the very, very most. The reason that I did that was so that I could improve at art really quickly. So these were trash sketchbooks that fell apart really fast, but the fact that they were trash on the outside made it okay for me to make it trash on the inside. I did 5 of these and then I picked which one was the best and I sent that one into CalArts. So, quantity makes quality. The next most asked question was about art books and what art books to read. Somebody wanted to know about character studies specifically, and another person wanted to know about art books that will help your animation. Art books are very personal as well. It depends on what you want to learn. If you are specifically looking for animation resources, there is a man called Edward Muybridge, who some animators, including me, reference as the father of animation. He was not an animator, he was a photographer, and he took hundreds of thousands of photos of animals in motion, horses running, men walking, people walking, and he compiled them in large books. So if you are looking specifically to get better at animation, you can look at Muybridge's books in order to see how human and animal forms move through the world. Cool, do that. But there's also a book called The Illusion of Life that many animators swear by Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnston, who were 2 of the 9 old men. They were the best, or the first generation of animators to come out of Disney. They made a book where they just basically wrote down everything that they know. But is it really animation that you want to learn? Because if you actually want to be a storyboard artist, for example, then you'd be much better served by the book Paper Dreams. See, art books are very subjective. What is it that you want to learn? I can tell you all my favorites, but they're not going to necessarily be the things that you want to learn at all. The books that have changed things the most for me in the past year, this one, Anatomy for Sculptors, and then this one, a perspective book called Space Drawing Perspective Volume 1 by Dong-Ho Kim. Remember that I said that art books are personal preference? When I was at Disney, my mentor gave me a perspective drawing book that was so dry that I didn't learn a thing from it. But that was one of my mentor's favorite books. So that's what I mean when I say art books are your personal preference. Read them all, read them widely, and then pick the ones that you like best. But for the most part, art books should make up 25% of your art making at most. You should be drawing from life. Keep it to your level. If you don't know how to draw a gesture, anatomy will only confuse you. If you don't know how to do lighting, you should not move on to color. Meet yourself where you are. You don't go into the gym and deadlift 300 pounds on the first day. You go to the gym and you deadlift the bar. Or if you can't do the bar, you deadlift a couple of dumbbells. And you slowly work your way up to 300 pounds. So what you study depends on you and where you are. Find that place and meet your appropriate edge. I got a lot of questions about CalArts, so rapid fire, here are my answers. Cool Mo Fu wants to know, is CalArts a good, great, or not great college to go to? That is entirely up to you. That's a completely subjective choice. For me, CalArts was the perfect school to go to. I could not go anywhere else. But only 18 out of 60 of the people who came in with me in my class graduated. So it depends. MR Foreskin wants to know, how is the financial aspect of CalArts for me, because they're kind of scared about the investment. Let me put it this way. When I went to CalArts, it was $56,000 a year. Now it is $60,000 a year. Housing is an additional $10,000. Meal plan is an additional $7,000. And then there's a technology fee that I think is like $500. So all told, you're getting close to $80,000 a year. In 4 years, that is the equivalent of buying 2 brand new G-Wagons. I had a teacher who once said to us, every year that you don't finish a film at CalArts is the same thing as getting a brand new convertible BMW and driving it off a cliff. So it's up to you if you want to make that financial investment or not. Does the animation industry pay really well? Hell yeah, it does. Are people getting jobs right now? Not really. Can you get a job? It depends. That depends on you. So you make that choice. Richard Corral wants to know if CalArts wants to see figure and life drawing. Yes, they do. JF8050 wants to know if traditional animation is still taught at CalArts. People now generally traditionally animate, 2D animate on a computer, like on a Cintiq directly onto the computer or through a tablet. People don't do paper anymore. It's not because paper is dying or it's a dying art. It's because paper is very expensive. It's very inefficient. It's very time consuming and it's very slow. So there are ways to do paper at CalArts. When I was there were down shooters. Everybody had a pegboard in their cube. It's possible. Do I recommend it? No. Animation paper is expensive, dude, and it's a lot of paper. Noirwolf1099 wants to know if AUs are allowed, since in the last video I said that you should make fan art. For me, AUs are highly encouraged. The best advice that I could possibly give you is to do whatever gets you drawing. If you want to improve at drawing, follow your passion, because that will get you to draw the most. If all you want to do is Ben 10 AUs, draw them. Knock yourself out. Draw them Ben 10 AUs. But when it comes to applying for a job or applying for school, anonymize the characters. Why? Because usually in the animation industry, the people who are reviewing your portfolio worked on Ben 10. You don't want to apply to something as a fan. You are applying to be a colleague. Do not apply as a fan, because fan art is what? Free, and you're looking to get paid. Melly Scribbles wants to know if I can show the portfolio part of my CalArts portfolio, because I just showed the sketchbook so far. I don't know if I can. I applied in an online digital submission 10 years ago. I don't know if I have those original files. I can look for them. So if you want me to look for them and show you my portfolio, I'll do my best. Let me know if that's what you want though. SushiCat018 wants to know, how should I take on animation if I plan on getting into the industry? Is there anything I should consider working on? Because you asked a general question, I'm going to give you a general answer. I'm going to assume that you're starting from zero. You plan on getting into the industry. The industry is huge. There is, of course, animation, which is animating. Then there is storyboards, which is planning for the animation. Then there's layout, which is backgrounds. There's viz dev, visual development, which is look development, what it looks like. Character design, prop design, set design. There's rigging. Rigging is like the making of the characters, so the character can move so that people can CG animate it. There are so many different fields of the animation industry. Which one do you want to do? Because there are different things to work on in every single field. If you don't know the answer, that's fine. You don't have to know right now. But you should research and find which one feels best to you and then start moving along that pathway. Because if you're just in the middle, kind of like flopping around, that's fine. You'll become a better artist. But if your goal is the industry, know which part of the industry you want to be a part of. Somebody wanted me to tell them if it was okay for them to do comics in their CalArts sketchbook, and I could tell they were scared. You're not tricking CalArts into letting you into CalArts. You are presenting your absolute best work to CalArts in your artistic voice. And if you are a good fit, they let you in. And if you're not a good fit, there are other ways to become an artist. You do not have to go to CalArts. If you are dead set on going to CalArts, up your draftsmanship. Draftsmanship, lighting, color, form, but follow the thing that you want to do, because they're going to look at your portfolio and see if you're going to fit what they want to make. They're looking for leaders, so your voice has to be strong. So you're asking me, should you put comics in your sketchbook? I don't know. Are you a comics artist? All right, I really like this question. This one comes from Alex Acosta Art, who wants to know, how is my job at Disney so far? Because they are a big Disney fan. Alex, I hate to tell you this, but you would be shocked at how much it is like any other job. First of all, I don't work there anymore. I worked there for a number of years and then I quit some years back. But when I was there, I printed stuff. I had a little cubicle. I had to go to meetings that could have been emails. People knocked on my little cubicle when I didn't want to see them. I would get sad if my favorite coworker wasn't in. Sometimes I cried in the bathroom because a meeting didn't go the way that I wanted it to. You'd be shocked. It is very much like any other job. The only difference is that I was drawing and I was working with some of the best artists in the world. You want to know how much it is like any other job? There was a fluorescent light that shone right over the top of my cubicle directly into my eyes as I was working at my desk. The only thing is I'm not doing this, I'm doing this. So as I'm working at my desk, fluorescent light right in my eyes. It's just like any other job, my friend. It was great. I had a good time. The people are what make it. You're working with the most talented artists in the world. What can I say? C to the S wants to know what's in my hand. This is a DR05 Tascam handheld mic. I got it at CalArts because if you go to CalArts, for anybody who's watching this who is intending to go to CalArts, you get a $150 materials allotment. It's hidden. You have to look for it. I don't remember how you get it. Like, go into the office and ask, but they don't tell people. Don't leave that money on the table. $80,000 a year? Get that $150 back. I love this question. This comes from Twilight Aneru, who wants to know, do I have any tips for drawing men because they don't know how and they don't know how to feel about it? I'm going to give you some very controversial advice. Don't draw men if you don't want to. I know some artists in the animation industry who flat out cannot draw men and they still have a whole career. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But if you do want to, just practice. This is a very common thing. It happens to almost every artist I know, where either you can only draw one gender or you can only draw one age or one face or one body type or whatever. The only thing that gets you through that is practice. So if you practice, you'll get it. Don't worry about it. Don't read too much into it. It's a normal thing that happens. Jezebel Anna and a few other people want to know about my hat. It is from Bunny Clava on Instagram. The last I checked, the pattern was $9. I knitted it myself. I've knit quite a few of them. It's just a little bunny hat. Polar Bear RC4KS wants to know how AI has impacted my role in the hiring process in animation. One, I've never hired a person, so I can't answer that question. I will say that everybody that I know who works in animation from the top to the bottom does not want AI. The only people who want AI are the people who are above that, and they want it so that they can pay us less. The thing is, you can't falsify narrative. A story is a story because the human tells the story. It's a person to a person. Lived experience comes from living experiences. AI doesn't have that, so I personally am not worried. How has AI impacted my role? It can't, because I made a job for myself and AI cannot take a job that I made. My job's safe. Daisy Doe 5245 had a lot of very specific questions about my sketchbook, so we're going to go through them one by one. Number one, when did I add a new page to my sketchbook? I did 4 front and back 8.5 by 11 pages every day. Number two, what would I say frequency for drawing was and how long did it take to fill it? It depends on a lot of things, and I would do 1 sketchbook every month. Would you recommend only drawing when the urge is there or persevering through art block when you aren't feeling it? It depends on your goals. Are you burnt out and you want to rest? That's one answer. Are you trying to become the best artist of all time and you don't care if you break your wrists? That's a different answer. Were you a hands-on learner or did you follow tutorials note for note? If you follow tutorials note for note, you learn to draw the thing in the tutorial and nothing else. How reliant would you say you were on references? It depends on what I am drawing. Now look, side note, this is a question I only get from beginner artists. Let me explain a concept to you. The concept is called your visual library. Your visual library is a store of images that you have in your head that you can draw from just when called on, period, at any point. If you are a beginner artist, you have a very, very tiny visual library. You need to build your visual library up. How do you do that? By referencing, by drawing from life. Draw a chair right now. I'm so serious with you. Draw a chair. This is a pop quiz. Pause the video and draw a chair. I'm gonna do it with you. I'm gonna draw a chair right now. What does your chair look like? Mine looks like this. Why do you think my chair looks like this? It's because that is what the chairs look like in my house. I have drawn this chair 100 times. So the only way to draw from your mind is if you have a robust visual library. If I just told you to draw a chair and you couldn't draw one, it's because you haven't studied chairs. And that applies to anything else. The last question that this person asked me was, do you think that references make your art stiff or do you think that it's solely beneficial? Yes, references make your art stiff. No, nothing is ever solely anything. Look, references make your art stiff because they're making your art better. You have to be okay with drawing shitty when you're learning. You reference so that you can learn. You study so that you can learn. Your studies are going to be bad. You have to be okay with that. I can tell from the way that this person commented that this is a young artist who is scared. How do I know? Because I was once a young artist who was scared. Let me explain something to you. You have a lot of time. You do not have to do things efficiently. You do not have to draw and learn quickly. You do not have to learn as fast as possible so you can become as good as possible. You just have to draw. My best advice to you is to get a sketchbook, flip it over to the back side so that you're not drawing on the front page and there's all the pressure of the front page. Flip it upside down so you're drawing on the back page. On that first page, write trash book. If found, please throw away. Write garbage book or something like that. Something that evokes to you that this is not a book that is meant to be shared. Then commit to not sharing it. Don't ever show anyone what's going in this sketchbook. Don't post it. Don't show your friends. Don't show fellow artists. It's just for you. Then commit to filling that sketchbook up in 1 month. You want to talk about fast improvement? That's how you improve fast. Because as an artist, in order to improve, you need permission to be bad. You need permission to be bad at your craft. You need permission to be shitty, because you're gonna be shitty and you gotta let go. You gotta let go of control and you just gotta be shitty. And you just gotta understand that it has nothing to do with you, your self-worth, your progress as an artist, your long-time career. It doesn't say anything about you. It's just fun. It's just fun. That's how you get better. You have fun. Before you do that, right after you finish this video, I want you to watch a video called 4 Artists Paint a Tree. Don't try and learn anything from it. Don't try and copy any of the artists in it. This is not an exercise. I just want you to go and watch it and absorb it and understand that you can have all of the same sketchbooks, materials, pens and pencils. You can use the same methods as me and you're still going to produce art that's very different from me. Why? Because you're you. You have a very different life from me. And that's the beauty of being an artist. 4 artists paint a tree. What do you get? 4 very different trees. And then go paint a tree. Don't try and copy anybody. Don't try and do it like anybody in the video. Don't try and use their materials. Don't do any of that. Just take what you have, take your garbage book, and go draw a tree. Actually, don't do it in your garbage book because I want to see it. Tag me. It's okay. You're going to be bad. That's part of the deal. Isn't that fun? You get to be bad for a while. One day, I tell this to everybody, one day you're going to look back and wish you could draw as badly as you're drawing right now, because there is beauty and charm in the way that you draw now. And one day you're going to be so good at art that you can't do that anymore. And you're going to look at your old sketches and you're going to go, man, there's something I miss about that. I do that all the time. My friends do that all the time. Okay? So take comfort in the fact that where you are right now is a good place. And then have fun. You'll be fine. 4-Eyed Tiger says that they have a 9-year-old kid who's been drawing animated characters in their sketchbook ever since they got a sketchbook. And they want to know, do I have guidance for the 9-year-old kid? I told 4-Eyed Tiger, I replied to that comment because it was important to me. Keep going, kid. Keep going. Kick ass. Fill the page. Just keep going. Keep doing it. Have a good time. Because in this situation, my advice is mostly to the parents. So for all of the parents who are raising kids who are artists, the fact that you are committed to raising an artist is already progress. Because my mentor at Disney told me that when he was growing up in the 70s, in order to become an artist, he had to run away from home and never talk to his family again. A lot of the artists that I knew growing up ended up going into tech or accounting or becoming doctors or lawyers or nurses, and did not ever get to become the artist that they wanted to be. So the fact that you are committed to raising a kid who is an artist is already a really big deal. And they're going to change the way that you see the world. And I hope you're ready for that. Because you might be raising Frida Kahlo. You might be raising Tim Burton. You might be raising Edward Manet. You might be raising Greta Gerwig. Just let the kid be who they are. If you have it in you, let the kid be who they are, and they're going to show you who you are. And if you can't, if for whatever reason there's something in you that is stopping you from raising your artist kid, that's okay too. Because your kid's going to be an artist no matter what. If they're meant to be an artist, they're going to be an artist. Because it's a flame that can't be put out. It's going to happen one way or another. If you can't support their dreams of being an artist for whatever reason, financial reason, if it's too emotional for you, if you were once an artist and you couldn't It hurts you too much to support your artist kid? Whatever, dude. They're going to do it anyways. And that goes double for you. You who are watching this right now. If you're watching this video because you wish that you would have started earlier, start now. Because you're going to do it someday. Being an artist is a flame that can't be put out. It's going to come up one way or another. One day, you're going to be the artist that you always wanted to be. It could be when you're 90. You've seen that. People who are in nursing homes and make their very first painting and they think to themselves, my God, I could have been painting this whole time. Give yourself the time. Start now. It doesn't matter if you were never as good as you wanted to be. It doesn't matter if you haven't done it in years. You're going to wish you had more time. Give yourself the time. But if you're not ready, that's okay too. Because it's going to come one way or the other. If you're not ready, if you can't, if you don't have time and you genuinely don't have time, it's okay. It's okay. Take your time. You have your whole life. Wait a little bit. Wait until you're ready. Because it'll come for you. If you're an artist forever. I mean that with my whole heart. If you are an artist, you're an artist forever. Artist to artist. I know that for sure. Nobody can stop you from being who you are. So, it's coming. If you can't do it now, don't worry. You got time. But if you can do it now, pause the video, go back, draw the chair, draw the tree, and then post it and tag me. I want to see. I genuinely want to see. If you post it, I'll like it. Send it to me in an email. I don't give a fuck. Here's my email. If you send it to me, I'll look at it. If you post it and tag me, I'll like it. If I don't like it, tag me again. Because I will. I want to see. Post it. Make it. I'm inviting you. If you need a formal written invitation, this is it. I mean, I didn't write it, but hey. This is your formal written invitation. You have no excuse now. You got a seat at the table. From artist to artist, okay? I'll see you in the next one. Don't make me wait.